Toefl junior level day-wise practice sheets. The class is 6th and 7th, the day 1, and the date is 5th August 2023. The first component that we are going to learn is reading comprehension. Read the following notice. Dear students, here is a small notice. Read it once, twice, thrice, and then come to these 5 questions. Each question is followed by 4 multiple choices. Select any one of them. You just go through this. Pause the video and see this passage on the screen. Read it 3 times and then follow my answers. Now we see the answers, right? At what time do the festival begin? The answer is 10 a.m., right? Here the A is the answer. Next, what is the announcement about? Okay, it is student volunteers needed. Here you can find students who would like to help at the festival. So ఎవరైతే help చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారో అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? They need volunteers, right? This is the answer. The third line, the word future is closest in the meaning to. So ఈ future అనే word దేనికి closest గా ఉంది? ఇక్కడ చూడండి. The special event will feature a variety of professional musicians and singers. The special event will include a variety, include అనే word మనకి దీనికి close గా ఉంది, right? Who is Mrs. Broxton? Who is Mrs. Broxton? Here you see Mrs. Broxton, the music teacher. So the answer is the music teacher. She is the answer. And who were told to talk to Mrs. Broxton? See, the interested student should speak. The answer is D, the interested students. So now that you have come to know all these answers, we move on to the second component, language, form and meaning. This is a small piece of passage which is given with numbers, and we have to understand the concept. So when I dash round, here turn, was turned, will turn. The entire passage is in past tense. How do we know that? Here see, who said. Said word is here. So it's in past tense. Past tense lo undi. So here the past tense verb is when I turned round is the right answer. When I turned round, I felt, ఇక్కడ కూడా past tense. I felt someone pat me on the shoulder, right? It dashed my friend. So past tense kabatti it was my friend, right? Who said that? Said చెప్పాడు past tense. Who said that he dashed me for some distance? Was following, is following రాదు ఎందుకంటే present tense కాబట్టి. Followed రావచ్చు ఎందుకంటే ఇది past కాబట్టి. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఆన్సర్ is had followed. ఎందుకు అతను చెప్పాడు ఫాలో అయ్యానని. సో ఇది ప్రీవియస్ యాక్షన్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్, దానికన్నా ముందు జరిగినటువంటి యాక్షన్ ఇది. ఓకే, సో హ్యాడ్ ఫాలోడ్ అనేటువంటిది ఇక్కడ ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. ఓకే, నౌ వి మూవ్ ఆన్ టు ద థర్డ్ కాంపోనెంట్, స్పీకింగ్. The speaking activity, you have to read the screen, the content of the screen along with the person who is reading aloud. అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ మ్యాటర్ తో పాటు ఎవరైతే చదువుతున్నారో వాళ్ళతో పాటుగా మీరు స్లోగా చదవండి. ఓకే, నౌ ఐ విల్ మేక్ యూ లిసన్ టు దాట్, రైట్?
In many countries, the government helps to care for people. Governments give money to workers like doctors and nurses. Sometimes, when there isn't enough money, more help is needed. More help is needed after an emergency, too. Volunteers give this help. Anyone can do voluntary work. Volunteers can be young or old. Many volunteers work with charities that help people all around the world. Some doctors and nurses fly thousands of kilometers to do voluntary work in another country. They work in hospitals or clinics for many weeks or months. They sometimes give vaccinations so that people do not get serious diseases. Every year in the USA, about 62 million people do voluntary work. About 8 million volunteers are 16 to 24 years old.
సో మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఈ లిజనింగ్ స్పీకింగ్ లౌడ్ రీడింగ్ విన్నారు కదా, మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి యు జస్ట్ గో బ్యాక్ టు ద వీడియో అండ్ అగైన్ లిసన్ టు దాట్. విని ఆ ఆడియోతో పాటు మీరు కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. నౌ కమింగ్ టు ద ఫోర్త్ కాంపనెంట్, లిజనింగ్ కాంప్రహెన్షన్. మీకు ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఆడియో ప్లే చేయబడుతుంది, ఆడియో జాగ్రత్తగా వినండి. లాటర్ ఆన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు give the answers to all these 5 questions which are given 4 multiple choices each, right? ఇప్పుడు మీరు వినండి.
Plants give us food like fruit, vegetables, and rice. We eat fruit and vegetables because they contain vitamins that keep us healthy. Cereal crops, like wheat and corn, give us flour to make bread. Many drinks, like tea, coffee, and chocolate, come from plants. We also use some plants as herbs or spices to make our food taste good. We use olive trees in many ways. We can eat the fruit and use oil made from the fruit for cooking. The oil is also good for our hair and skin.
సో ఇప్పుడు పాస్ చేసుకోండి వీడియోని, ఆ వాయిస్ని వినండి, అప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్స్ చేద్దాం, రైట్? సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఆన్సర్స్ చూద్దాం. మనం ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్, వాట్ డూ ద ప్లాంట్స్ గివ్? ద ఆన్సర్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రూట్స్ అండ్ వెజిటబుల్స్. ఓకే. What do we use to make our food tasty? The answer is spices. Next, the third one is, which crops give us flour? The answer is wheat and corn. The fourth one is, what is the flour used for as per this audio? Making bread, right? Vitamin rich foods are, the answer is fruits and vegetables. So if you want to know the answers once again, you go back to the video and listen to the audio and then see the answers, okay? So we have finished today's day 1 junior level for 6th and 7th classes. Have a good day. Bye.